I added a new section under the critical issues part of the index page for articles. And the title of that new edition is called TT. She is one of my three granddaughters in Myanmar. In the United States, I have three grandchildren here in the States. So in reality, I have a half a dozen grandchildren. TT is, I met TT 4 years ago when I went to Myanmar the first time. I went there primarily to interview Aung San Suu Kyi, who is often called the lady. And I failed. 3 or 4 years later, during winter break, I went to Myanmar again in hopes of interviewing the lady. And I failed, but I discovered a young lady, and her name is TT. 4 years ago, she was a kid, a 9-year-old, a child who's really wanted to play Scrabble with me and beat me, which she did. And when I returned 4 years later, we played Scrabble again and again and again, and she beat me all the time. And what amazes me is the transformation that occurred in those 4 years in TT. She is a beautiful young lady. And I've written about this many times. She is brilliant. She is the smartest child that I know. Man, she knows everything. And she's caring, loving, supportive, and wants to help everybody that she runs into. But she's also a magician. She's also a poet. She wants to be an inventor. But while I was with the family, this recent trip to Myanmar, her mother and father were both tour guides, and I had Momo, the mother, 4 years ago, all that week when I was in Myanmar, or in Inle Lake. This time, most of the tour guiding that was done for me was with Coco, who is TT's father and Momo's husband. But one day, Momo was going to be my tour guide. And when she picked me up to drive me around Inle Lake, who's sitting in the car along with her mother was TT. And you know, I love having time with TT, period. But what truly amazed me was that when we went to these stupas that are all over Myanmar, she was a incarnation of her mother. I mean, she explained things about the stupa to me, not because I'm her Papa Al, but because she's a tour guide and she wants me to understand these stupas. It's absolutely amazing to me how 4 years have changed TT. And so when I was in Myanmar with the family and up in Inle Lake, it dawned on me that what would be really a good idea would be to ask TT to do videos of tourist sites that people who would come from the United States would understand where they might go in Myanmar. And since they live very close to Inle Lake, which is a beautiful, I think it's 50 square mile lake, and you know, and I didn't suggest it. All I said was, all I want you to do is do videotapes for me. Whenever you can get away from school, do a videotape for me. And the first videotape that she did for me was of Inle Lake. You know, there are some very beautiful places in Myanmar. You know, beautiful stupas and beautiful towns. But of all the places I've ever been within that one country, Inle Lake is probably the most beautiful place. And obviously she selected that because she knew that I loved the Inle Lake. And so this section under critical issues, called TT, will be over the next year or 2 years a video of some other place in Myanmar, and another place, and another place, and another place. And it gives you firsthand a one-on-one relationship with a very smart young lady who can explain the things that she deems are important for you to understand when you come and visit in Myanmar. So I appreciate your listening to this video introduction, but click on critical issues and you'll see that new section. So I appreciate your time and interest in watching this video, but more importantly, to learn something more about Myanmar from my granddaughter, TT. Thanks again.